All around the world, children as bored as can be until they see the glowing book and meet the teacher lady.
So you're looking for a friend, you know who to call. The teacher lady loves all of y'all. The teacher lady reads, the teacher lady reads. Hey, grab a book, come and sit with me. You're looking for a friend, you know who to call. The teacher lady loves all of y'all. The teacher lady reads, the teacher lady reads. Hey, grab a book, come and sit with me. You're looking for a friend, you know who to call. The teacher lady loves all of y'all. The teacher lady reads, the teacher lady reads. Hey, grab a book, come and sit with me.
Hey, grab a book. Come sit with me. Oh, hey. Yay! I'm Miss Erica, the teacher lady. And you're a fairy godparent when it comes to sharing both joyful and today meaningful stories and growing young minds. Today's Read Aloud makes me a bit emotional. See, this week we're talking about the celebration of Black history and Black culture, as well as racism and slavery, and we're breaking down why they are different. Today's resource and Read Out Loud is by an author named Kwame Alexander, and the name of the book is An American Story, and it is the story of slavery. Now, if you are looking for a book on Black joy and celebration, you want to check out our other Read Out Loud, What Would the World Be Without Black People? And grown-ups, if you're watching, I encourage you after this Read Aloud to go check out the Behind the Book segment that goes beyond the pages to get to the heart of the story. Okay? Now, this subject is very hard for me because it is one of pain. It is one of reflection, and it's one that makes me question how and why some people can be so hurtful. But we're going to explore and get through it together with much gratitude and appreciation to the creator of this story. You ready? Ashe, let's read. How do you tell a story that starts in Africa and ends in horror? An unbelievable story about evil plans and big guns hiding in the night, waiting. While the girls and the boys finish chores, play games, listen to old tales of trickster spiders and talking drums, waiting. To steal them away from their lives and sell them in America. But you can't sell people. How do you tell a story about slavery? About sly men from cold places scheming and laughing on tall ships while people shackled below, crammed in small hot spaces, cry and sometimes die. A story of struggle and sacrifice about bold men and women jumping into the sea, into the jaws of sharks because they were scared and didn't know where they were being taken or what they'd find when they got there. Maybe they just wanted to escape. Whew. How do you tell that story about copper dreams, wrapped in iron chains, about working hard for long hours from can see to can't for free. About picking cotton and growing sugar under the burning sun, while blonde haired boys and girls ate their candy and played tag before school, and their woolen breeches and cotton gowns, and no reading aloud, and no reading aloud. About planting corn and threshing rice and curing tobacco and harvesting coffee and cooking and cleaning and building for free. Why weren't they paid? That's not fair. How do you tell a story about strength and pride and refusing to be broken? Are you sad? I'm really sad. And it's okay if you're sad too, or if you're confused or unsure. But I will tell you why I'm sad. I'm sad because I'm curious. See, slavery is a story of removing people from their original homes, their original family and villages and traditions, and bringing them over to another country to work, to give birth, and to build with no recognition, with no safety, with no acknowledgement of what had been done. And so the emotion that I'm feeling is curious, because although I love the culture that we have created in this country, Black culture, and I love being a Black woman, I'm so curious where my people from Zimbabwe, Ethiopia, Somalia, Ghana, are they from Nigeria? Are they from a place that no longer exists, that has gone extinct, that has been shut down? What did they eat? How did they sound? What languages did they speak? What God did they believe in? I'm curious. This story makes me curious. How does it make you feel? Let's finish reading. How do you tell a story about strength and pride and refusing to be broken? And refusing to stop smiling and loving. And each night gathering the children by the fire to hear tales of Moses and trickster rabbits and missing home and missing home. That's sad. Really, really sad, Miss Simmons. How do you tell that story and not want to weep for the world? story about mothers fleeing in the wind, wading in the water, conducting freedom, about fathers fighting back, stealing away, chasing liberty, about some being caught by the searing lash of night riders and others riding the night by the light of the North Star. About little girls waking up in the middle of the night to their tormented mothers pleading, "Please don't take my boy from me." About families torn apart, sold like cattle. "I don't think I can continue. It's just too painful. I shouldn't have read this to you. I'm so sorry, children." But don't you tell us to always speak the truth, Miss Simmons, even when it's hard? When I've done something bad, my dad always says, "You can't change the past, but you can do better in the future." Whenever I'm sad, my grandma sings me her favorite poem. "We've suffered, been battered, our lives have been scattered, but we're still here, and that's all that matters. We're still here." Ashe. How do you tell an American story about standing up and speaking out, about Sojourner Truth and Robert Smalls, about the Civil War and emancipation, about yesterday's nightmare and the courage to dream a new tomorrow? Ooh. How do you tell a story this hard to hear, one that hurts and still loves? You do it by being brave enough to lift your voice, by holding history in one hand and clenching hope in the other. From the author. I wrote this story after a racially charged incident happened in my daughter's fourth grade class. They were learning about life in 13 colonies without discussing the impact and trauma of slavery. During a parent teacher conference to discuss the matter, my daughter's teacher became defensive, distressed. We realized that her anxiety came from a fear of teaching slavery, which stemmed from the fact that she was never taught how to teach slavery in the classroom. It became apparent that so many schools don't prepare their students to fully understand the truth about slavery because it's scary and hard. I believe an American story can help give us a way to speak truth to children so we can all stop being afraid, so we can start moving closer to our better selves. Wow. This is such a hard and necessary read. And I encourage you to keep learning about our country, about American history, while simultaneously celebrating Black history and our culture. This week has been all about both, and we will be closing out at the end of the week with our Teacher Lady Speaks lesson, which will go over all of these things: celebration of Black history and culture, as well as racism and slavery. Whew. Take a deep breath and breathe out. If you need to, go unpack this with a friend or a grown-up. Go take care of yourself. Thank you to the artists who have contributed to this book, to the making of the book. The writer, Kwame Alexander, the illustrator, Dare Coulter, and all of the efforts they have put into telling a story that we don't even have all of the words to express. Until next time, enjoy the moment or go be a joy in the moment. Now that's what I call a read aloud. I hope you learned something new. There's so many follow-up options the teacher lady wants to show you. Your family can donate a book to a child that's in need, or your grown-up can go listen to the book review to learn more about this story. And if you like magical books, the teacher lady has made many more. Along with your grown-up, go look at the website. I encourage you to explore. Bye.